There's been a lot of talk recently about what solutions we can look at to help live in a cleaner, greener world with less of a carbon footprint. And while we can look around at lots of different types of technology, solar is probably the cleanest. And the challenge with solar is that every night on Earth it gets dark. However, what if there was a way we could actually have the holy grail of renewable energy? Base load solar power that was 24 hours a day, delivered safely and cleanly to Earth on demand. Well, it may surprise you to know that there is actually a technology that can do that. It's called space-based solar power. And instead of taking solar panels and putting them on the ground, if we were to actually put them in space, we can transfer that energy back down to Earth very simply, very effectively, like a cell phone signal, very safely, very accurately. And this technology has been around for quite some time, but it's only recently that the economics of space-based solar power have made it viable. Now, you may think that it sounds a little futuristic. However, Japanese government has just announced $21 billion worth of future investment into building out their space-based solar power platform. The largest aerospace company in Europe has just announced that they're doing a demonstrator over the next few years that could also lead to a space-based solar power system. It's been researched for the last 40 years, and I'm very proud to say that there are commercial companies right now, including companies like Space Energy, who are putting together this technology. And it's a very simple concept, very complicated in terms of what has to happen to make it work, and all of the different components of the project that are required. But we're not talking about a challenge that we're facing that can be addressed in any of the contexts we've looked at in history before. This is almost an extinction level event. If climate change for humanity happens to go up to 6 degrees or more, we are facing an unprecedented future that has a huge amount of uncertainty. And things like that compel us to go beyond of our comfort zone and think outside of the box. And space-based solar power not only does that, but it is real. And it can happen, and it will be happening very shortly. So imagine sheets of solar panels, and instead of putting them on the ground, as I said earlier, you put them in space about a mile by a mile. But not the old heavy panels that we're used to looking at on top of rooftops. Technology has moved forward since then. We're now looking at ultra-thin film solar sheets that can just unfold robotically over vast distances in space. About a mile by a mile will generate the same power as a nuclear or coal-fired power plant. That can be transmitted safely on demand almost anywhere on Earth, solving problems like, for example, in Haiti, where we can get relief workers on the ground anywhere in a matter of hours on Earth, no matter what natural disaster, but they don't have any power infrastructure there to have their tools work and be able to help. You can look at implications of this technology that are so far-reaching that eventually we can see a future, as can many other futurists that have looked at this technology, where most of the world's energy is supplied in a sustainable, clean, safe way from space to Earth, using the primal form of energy that is the precursor to every other form of energy that we currently use, the sun. And if that's not exciting enough, I don't know what is.